Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're going to be looking at the top four race, and things have cleared up a little bit since the games over the weekend. Obviously, we lost to Arsenal, which was a big shame. However, Manchester United also lost, which did us a big favour. Unfortunately, Liverpool keep winning, and that is kind of a big part of this conversation that we'll have today. Liverpool are on a roll and seemingly have fixtures that are quite possibly going to see them win until the end of the season, although they only have 3 games left. Brighton also lost. They got absolutely hammered by Everton, which was a really surprise result. Great result for Everton, obviously, but for Brighton, a terrible result. But they are still very much in with a chance of getting in the top 4 as it stands at the moment. However, we will talk about that, and let's get into it. So these are our remaining games. Obviously, we have Leeds away next. Then we've got Brighton and Leicester at home before we go to Chelsea on the last day of the season. We're currently still in 3rd position, 2 points ahead of Manchester United. And they don't have a game in hand on us anymore, which is really good. And thankfully, like I said, they lost to West Ham at the weekend as well. So that did us a favour, especially after we lost to Arsenal. So in that respect, there was no harm done. The only problem is, obviously, Liverpool did win, and that keeps them within touch of getting that top 4 spot. However, when you look at the bigger picture, it really does look like it's going to be 2 from 3 out of us, Manchester United and Liverpool. And as long as we can keep one of either Manchester United or Liverpool below us, we're going to be absolutely fine. So let's just have a look at who they have left to play. So Manchester United currently on 63 points in 4th place. They have a maximum of 75 points that they can get to. And Liverpool can currently get to 71 points, as we know. And Brighton can still get to 70 points as it stands at the moment. They're on 55. However, what I would say about Brighton is they've got Arsenal away next and then us at St James's Park. If they lose to Arsenal and we beat Leeds, that will be enough to knock Brighton out of the race in terms of us anyway. Like we can't be caught by Brighton if we beat Leeds and Brighton lose to Arsenal. Both of those results are possible, but as we've seen at the weekend, nothing is a given in the Premier League. If Everton can beat Brighton 5-1, you know, who knows what could happen if we go to Ellen Road and don't get it right for whatever reason. So we can't take anything for granted, but you would hope that Brighton would lose away at Arsenal, and you would hope that we would beat Leeds, and then that would knock Brighton out. But what it wouldn't do is get rid of the problem of Liverpool. And I think really that's where the competition lies, in my opinion. I think Brighton, if you look at their fixtures, Arsenal away, Newcastle away, Man City away, and Man City at home and Villa away, they're not gonna be challenging, I don't think, for the top 4 spots. I think it is between us, Manchester United, and Liverpool, and 2 out of 3 will get it. So what will happen then? What are the things that could happen? So basically, we have to get 2 wins as an absolute minimum. And if we look at the table, we have a better goal difference than Liverpool by +7. But what I would say about that is, if Liverpool win all their games and we only get to 71 points as well, that means we will lose 2 matches. Now, one of Liverpool's games is Southampton away, and they've also got Leicester away. Now, I don't know about you, but I can see Liverpool scoring a hatful of goals, and they will know the situation. A +7 goal difference isn't massive at this point in the season. Obviously, we do have an extra game. That's important. But really, it's about getting the points, and we could really do with 2 wins and a draw from those 4 games that are on the screen. We have to beat Leeds, really, away. It's not going to be as easy as it might have been. I think Allardyce will have them up for it. They're at home. It will be challenging, but I'd like to think that Eddie Howe will have us organised. We are a good team. We need to have faith in our own ability, and we just need to be professional and see the game out. I think we'll be fitter than Leeds, and I think if we can keep it tight in the first half and then kind of just do what we did to Everton in the second half, or Southampton in the second half in the last couple of games before the Arsenal match, I think we'll be all right. And then looking at the home games, Brighton and Leicester, I don't think we have anything to fear from either of those teams. Obviously, Brighton have had a very good season, are a good team, can have got some big results. But I think, they have lost to Everton and Forest in the last few games. So there's no reason why we should be too scared of Brighton at home, and Leicester as well. Obviously, they're struggling this season, but you'd like to think we'd beat them at home in the final home game of the season. So I think the points are there. What I don't want is to be going to Chelsea on the last day of the season needing a point, because that could be a very pressurised situation. And as I say, I just think, at the end of the day, we don't want to be hoping that Liverpool don't overturn goal difference on the last day when they play Southampton away, because they could score any number of goals. They've beaten Southampton heavily in the past, and there's no reason why they wouldn't do that again on the last day of the season if they needed a goal difference swing in order to get to 71 points. So listen, we have to hope that Liverpool drop points unexpectedly. That would just help us massively as well, make our job easier. But if we work on the assumption that they're going to get to 71 points, then really we need to try and get to 72 points. We're on 65 at the moment, and that means we need to get 7 more points. So 2 wins and a draw. I think we can do it. The other factor is Manchester United. They have dropped points. They've not looked great recently. They're on 63. That is the other way it could go. Now, they've got Wolves at home, Bournemouth away, Chelsea home, Fulham at home. So 3 home games out of 4. Wolves look half decent at the moment, so that won't be an easy game for them. Bournemouth away won't be easy because Bournemouth are also doing pretty well, although the pressure is now off both of those teams. So will that affect things? I don't know. Maybe it won't. Teams are very professional these days. They want to win all the time. Chelsea and Fulham as well. Man United might drop more points. That might help us as well. But ultimately, we just need to focus on what we're doing. We just need to try and make sure that we win the points we can get. There's no reason why we shouldn't be winning, 3 of those games anyway between now and the end of the season. But I just would love the Champions League spot to be wrapped up before the last game against Chelsea. I don't want to have to go into the Chelsea game needing a result, because I don't think that'd be a great situation to be in, even though Chelsea haven't been great this season. It's just not something you'd want to do, go away to Chelsea and try and get a point or a win or whatever. So we just need to be professional, take advantage of our chances, trust that we're the better team in these games, because we are better than all the teams we're about to face in the last 4 games, and just hope that Eddie Howe gets us over the line by doing what he's made us do all season, which is be fantastic. And there's no reason why we can't carry on being fantastic and get it done. Of course, if we don't beat Leeds as well at the weekend, that's going to cause a few nerves to set in and the pressure will be on. If we draw with them, fair enough, we can then hopefully win the next 2 home games. But if we lose to Leeds, let's just imagine the worst case scenario, that really will put pressure on us, because that means we'll probably have to get points from all 3 of the remaining games after that. So we cannot lose to Leeds at the weekend on Saturday. Even if we draw, it will be a bad result, but it wouldn't be the end of the world, because we could win the following 2 home games. So let's just hope we can do it. Have faith, have confidence. We are a good team, like I say, and yeah, let's just see what we can do. Can we get this top 4 secured? Can we outscore Liverpool and Man United between now and the end of the season?